Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. By long, I think it was just like a week. I didn't film for 1 week, but I'm sorry about that. Work was just mental. I basically was just working. Like, if I wasn't at college, I was working basically, which was just chaos, especially with me. I'm literally like, next week is my final hand in of my final project, and then I'm done for that part of the year. So I'm like, shit, working, and then I've got college, and it's just a mess. But I'm here. I have time finally to do something, to film a video. So I was like, yes. I hadn't really had time because I was so busy to like sit down and properly think of what else to film. I definitely know that I am going to carry on the makeup through the decades at some point, and maybe in the summertime when I have a bit more time, to do like I'll do like 1920s, 30s, 40s, all the way back to then. I know that I am going to be doing some of that, so keep an eye out for some of that. But today, because in England, which is very unlike usual for it, we are having heat waves at the moment, which is a bit weird. And of course, in usual British style, it goes from really bright and sunny, boiling hot, to like cloudy with a bit of rain, but it's really muggy at the same time, which is horrible because it's like, oh great, it looks miserable, I'll wear something warm, and then it's just boiling and you walk outside and you're like, ugh, sweating your ass off. So there's that. Today's a bit of the in between. It was really muggy and like disgusting this morning, but then the sun's come out, but I think it's going to go back in because it's supposed to thunder later, which is fun. So there's that. So I just thought I'll do an updated summer hot day look, because I know I did one last year. Was it last year? It might have been last year or the year before. I know I did one of them. But I just thought I'd do an updated one to show you what else I'm using instead. So headband on, like always, because you can't go without a headband, and I'm just gonna look really gorgeous with my tufts of hair sticking up from the top. So like always, I'm gonna go in first with my Barry M Flawless Original Primer, and I'm just gonna pop a bit of that on. Rub that all over my face. It's sort of like the makeup I do when I've got a busy day ahead of me. I want to wear makeup, but like I don't have time in the morning to do like my usual makeup, so I do this. So then next is I'm going to go in some eyebrows again. I'm just going in with my MAC eyebrow pencil and fill in them slightly because my hair's getting blonder. So I don't really want really thick eyebrows if my hair's getting lighter. Now with this, I don't really think I should use powder a lot. I do in this because that's all I own, but I did see Charlotte Tilbury just released this like palette thing that's like on the go makeup, and it's got like a eyeshadow, highlighter and a blush stick all in this kit, and it looks absolutely amazing, and I want it. I'm planning on getting it. I'm just waiting for the little contour thing to come into stock so I can order them both at the same time, because then that should be a godsend to my makeup, because I take a lot of makeup away with me on holiday, and this would lessen the amount I would take. So that will be perfect. So next that I've done that, I'm just going to go in with some BB cream. And I saw this in the shop and I was like, oh, this looks quite good. I haven't used this before, I'll try it out. It's the Gosh BB cream, and it's a foundation, primer and moisturiser all in one. Of course I put primer on underneath because I know that, you can use this as a primer and stuff, but I tend to find that if I use stuff that is tinted like this with no primer underneath, my skin breaks out more than if I just put like a plain primer underneath, because of course there's like pigment and stuff in this, which is great, but it doesn't help my skin. So I'm just going to put a blob on there. I got it in quite a pale shade because I am quite pale, and I don't tan, so I don't need a tan colour, and I've got a slightly dark shade for if I ever decide to put some fake tan on, which is usually when I go abroad, because then I don't look so dead. So when I got that, I'm just going to grab my little makeup brush here and just brush that over my face. I sometimes use brush, sometimes use a my hands, just depends on what day it is. I decided to use a brush today. I like this, it's because it's quite lightweight and it is quite moisturising at the same time. Of course, because it's a moisturiser, which I feel just, you know, makes my skin feel lighter on a hot day especially. It does just give like a tiny tint, and I'm guessing you can just layer it, but I don't really want to be layering too much shit on my face if it's a hot day, you know, because you don't want a lot of shit on your face when it's hot, because it will just, for me, mate, I don't know about others, but for me, I'll just sweat and then I just feel it sticking. So there we are, just like that. And then I don't like to use my matte concealer because I find it a bit full coverage in comparison to how light coverage the primer, the BB cream is. So I'm just using Dr. Jart, I think I'm saying it right. I bought this kit ages ago. It's like a contour highlighter and concealer kit, but the concealer's too dark for me because I'm pale. So I sort of like mix the two together and it makes the perfect shade of foundation concealer for me. So I just sort of do two of the blobs of the white, very white colour, and then just one of the normal concealer colours, and then I'll just mix it together on my hand. There we are, and then I'll have like a good shade for my skin. And then I just grab my finger and I just tap it under my eyes to add a bit more colour, you know, just to get rid of that dark under circles that I've got from the lack of sleep I've been getting with work. So just blot that underneath your eyes, and I like to bring it up to here. And of course, because my acne's just been wreaking havoc lately, just pop a bit on there as well, anywhere that some of the BB cream couldn't cover. There we are. And then I'll just go around my eyebrows a bit as well, because I did fill them in and we don't want them looking a bit too sparse, so just fill them in. There we are. Now that I've done that, of course I'm going to go in and use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush setting spray again, just because I can't just not set my skin. I've got to have it. No, I can't just not have set my skin. It's got to be set, because otherwise it will just run off of me, just run. So just let that set in. Not that there's much product to wipe off, but you know, don't want to be wiping off what you've already got. Just letting that set. But yeah, the weather's just been mental, and ironically it was my dad's birthday at the weekend and we were going to have a barbecue for it, and of course we had like wall-to-wall sunshine for like the whole of the week, and then the one day we decided to have the barbecue on my dad's birthday, it just poured it down with rain all day, which was just great. It was really fun. So we had it all inside and Mum cooked it in the kitchen, which was chaos, but it worked out okay. It was still delicious, so that's all that matters. So then once that's dry, I'm going in with my Flawless Airbrush Finish Face Powder by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Fair 1. And oh, I forgot to say, the BB cream was in the shade 1 Sand. And then I'm just going to grab my big brush and go over the centre of my face again. Over my T-zone and neck, anywhere that I get greasy. And then grab my smaller brush and just put that under my eyes and over my eyelids as well. And there we are. And then once I've done that, I go in with my eyeshadows. And this one, sometimes I do eyeshadow, sometimes I just put on a bit of mascara and go. But sometimes I just like to add a bit of shimmer to my eyes. So I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Celestial Pearl, a luxury palette of pearls. So I've got these. And these are the shades. I found them really pretty. I tend to go to use these two because they're like really iridescent like colours, and I really like them. Tend to use these in winter because they're a lot darker. But anyway, so I'm gonna grab my brush and I'm first gonna go in with this pinky shade as the base colour, and then just brush that all over my lid. Blend it out. It's such a smooth like texture of this like thing, like this eyeshadow. I love it. And then just a little bit under the eyes. There we are. And then I like to go in with this colour on my finger just because I feel like it layers the colour on the best. And then there we are, just over the eyelid, and then it's got the shimmer. I really like how it's like oils spill like different colours with the light, and I like putting that just on the lid just as like a little pop of colour with that. So that's that. And then I just tend to go in with mascara, so my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 again, and I'm just gonna curl my lashes and not pinch my eyelid again like I just did because that was painful. And then just brush that on. There we are. And then same for the other eye. There we are. Just like that. And then of course I'll go in with some blush because I've got to add some colour to my face. I'm just using my Irvin Wu blusher again with this chunky brush. And I just like to add it like on the cheekbones by my eye and then just drag it down everywhere. Just because it gives more of a natural looking blush, I feel, than just putting it on straight onto your your little cheek apples of your cheeks. And just a little bit on my nose. There we are. And then I sometimes just whack on some lip balm, or I sometimes just put on like a nice nudie pinky colour lipstick. So I'm just going to pop on this Revolution lipstick in the shade Cupid and just apply a light layer of that over. And then because I don't want such a matte colour, I will put a little bit of lip balm on top. There we are, just like that. And here we are. Here's my summer day hot weather or natural everyday makeup that I do. I hope you enjoyed and found this helpful, and I hope you enjoyed and found it helpful. If you want to see any more videos or anything like that, please don't hesitate to let me know. Just like comment them or message me or whatever you'd like to do, just let me know. And I'll be back again soon. Bye!